treat people how they treat you, and if you don't see them prioritizing you, don't be trying to like prioritize people to make them happy. My toxic trait is I'm a hypocrite. I can give people advice that is good, gold. I know it's good, but I don't use it. Toxic trait that's bad habit is ghosting. At this big old age, I gotta explain what you did to me. You should, but I won't.
Hey yo. Right before we even start, I cannot get up and get my lip gloss or my Vaseline because I'm comfortable right now, so whatever. But hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl TASHAUNI, better known as Shawnee, and I'm back again, back to back days. I'll be back again. Hey, so if you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, and let's just get straight into the video. So, as you see by that title, it says telling y'all my toxic traits or exposing my toxic traits. One of those I'm gonna use as a title. But yeah, I just feel like it would be nice to talk about stuff that I think I need to improve on, because, like, you know, self-reflection, self-growth. And if you could relate to these, just comment down in the comments below. But yeah, let's just get into them, I guess. Yeah. It's a nice comfy day. So I said my first toxic trait is I feel like I'm always right, and I don't care that I'm always right, because I'm always right. Like, I feel like for me as a teen or whatever, I am a teen, but like I feel like I have a much more mature mindset than most people, and I really think things through before I say them, or before I do something. I think it through, like OD. This is like an impulsive action, or like I just say it. But I really think things through, so I feel like I'm always right, and I don't care. Anyways, next, I said my next toxic trait is that I feel like I'm too determined, and I really don't like to give up on stuff. Like, say if I said something, I said what I said. I don't care. I'm determined to either prove my point to you, or I'm either determined to prove that, like, I'm right, but not that I'm right, but like that what I'm saying makes sense. Like, I want you to really understand me. But nowadays, like, if you're like an ignorant person or whatever, and you just like not trying to hear, I'm not about to go back and forth with you. Like, I want my peace. But also being determined, I feel like I need to get the last word. I don't care. We could go 24 hours and then boom, I'ma still say it. And I'ma still say it. And I'ma still get the last word. And I'm gonna let you think you got the last word, but I bet you I still got the last word. I bet you I got the last word. Like, probably I'll say it under my breath, or I would say when you leave, I'm still saying it. I would say a week later, and I still got the last word. I know I did, because I never forget. That's one thing about me. But like, yeah, it's kind of bad, but oh well. My next toxic trait, is like I feel like I'm always bothering somebody, and I feel like people don't really care. Like, and why is it toxic to me? Because somebody could be really genuinely interested in what I have to say, and I just feel like they don't really care. Like, I just feel like they don't really care, and like that kind of affects like my relationships. I said relationships. Whoa, my relationship. And my relationship, platonic ones, romantic ones, the romantic one. Because like you could tell, like, I feel like it ties into like me talking too much. Like, I feel like, especially being that everything is through text now, and like we don't really see each other that much, I just feel like I'm talking too much. And if I bring something up, right, and then you're just like, you're not really engaging in the conversation the way I would want you to engage in the conversation, now I feel like I'm bothering you. Now I feel like I'm talking too much, and I feel like you don't care. And instead of me communicating that, which will go into communication later, but instead of me communicating that, I would just automatically assume you don't care, and I would shut down, and I would just shut up. And that's not good. But yeah, I do that. Next, so I feel like that goes into overthinking. So my next toxic trait is overthinking. I feel like I really do overthink. What was that? I overthink a lot. It affects my videos. First of all, this video right now, videos I should be doing, videos I already did, I overthink them so much that I start doing them at a later time. I push it back, boom, boom. Will people even be interested in this? Will people even like what I'm saying? Like, will people even agree with me? Like, am I just like, you know, like, I overthink way too much, and I overthink with people too. So it's like, your head is wrong. I'll wait. Okay, I think it's gone. So, like I was saying, I overthink way too much, and I overanalyze. I try to overanalyze stuff. So, like, say somebody do something, I be trying to think, like, why do you, or somebody acts the way they act, I be trying to think, it's my duty to know, why do people act the way they act? Like, why are you acting this way? Like, I be trying to figure out people's lives, and that's not really a good thing, because it's like, that's not your, like, Like, what are you doing that for? But I just be like, dang, like, you probably got some childhood trauma, or dang, like, you probably, like, nobody loves you, or dang, you probably, like, got abandonment issues. Like, I be trying to figure out, like, what's wrong with people. And then it also affects me because, like, I feel like you got those issues, so I'm trying to fix those, not fix those issues, but I'm trying to get to the problem. Like, you know, like, I'll be on my therapist type junk. Like, say we having a conversation, I'm trying to really analyze what you're thinking in your head and what I'm thinking in my head, and trying to, like, match up with what you thinking it. Like, I just overthink too much, and I think about things just too much. Like, I overthink that. Like, I'm actually overthinking what I'm saying right now, because I'm trying to make sure that it's making sense to y'all. But I'm pretty sure it makes sense. But if it don't, I feel like some of y'all would know what I'm saying. Right? Okay, let's just go to the next one, because I'm just talk too much. Oh, another toxic trait of mine, and it's really bad, is I really don't know how to say no to people. And I feel like I'm a people pleaser. And why this is bad is because why I do it, let me just say, I feel like I just want to be the person that's there for everybody every time. So it's like, I feel like what I would want for myself, I be trying to be that for other people. So it's like, I'm trying to please people in a way that's like, okay, I'm never saying no to you. Okay, like, I did this for you, I did this for you, I did this for you. It's not saying you got to do that in return, but that's what I expect from people. But it's like, I got to learn that people are, like, we're not the same, and we're not from the same cloth. Like, we're not raised the same. We're not, like, you know, everything. So it's like, I just need to stop doing that. But that's one of my toxic traits, basically, what I'm saying to y'all. Like, I feel like if that's the type of person I want somebody to be to me, I'm going to be that to you. But it starts to come to a point where I cannot say no. Like, say, I don't really have time to do this right now, but, like, I just be like, you know what, let me just do it really, really quick, and just get the person to not like me, because I could care less if somebody like me, but I just, like, I would want you to do that. Right, like I was saying, sorry, my camera cut off, but I would want people to do that for me, and I feel like that's what you should do, but people are not the same as me, and that's what I have to learn. So yeah, that's something I really need to cut out. And if you do that, you really need to cut that out, because it's like, you don't do things so people could do it for you, but you treat people how they treat you. And if you don't see them prioritizing you, don't be trying to, like, prioritize people to make them happy, which is something that I gotta learn myself, which is like what I just told y'all. So yeah, next I said, okay, another one of my toxic traits is that I tend to think, okay, if you did it, you did it because that's how you felt and that's what you meant. And I don't really give people, like, I give people room to apologize, but I don't really like, I forgive, but I don't forget. Like, I'm not a forgiving person. I cannot let go that you really just sat there and did that. I don't forget. And I just feel like you really did that because that's the person you are. Like, for me, you see how people be like, oh, when people show you themselves one time, you believe who they are. That's me. I believe you, and I believe you, I believe you, I believe you. And, like, yeah, there's room for people to change, and there's room for improvement in everybody. But for me, I feel as if you do that, that's because that's the type of... If you do that, that's because that's the type of person you are. And I just want to believe that from jump. So it's like, if you end up doing it again in the future or in the long run, I know, because that's the type of person you are. And it's like, that will always be in the back of my mind. Like, but for me, it's bad because I don't share, like, oh, you probably messed up, or you probably did something that offended me for real. And instead of me sharing and telling you, okay, this is what you did, like, try to fix it, whatever, I'm going to just keep that in the back of my mind. Keep that in the back of my mind. And if you do it again, then that's where the ghost can come in. But that's for another point. But yeah, but it's just like, I don't really tend to share how I feel, because I feel like you did that because you meant it. Like, there's nothing I can really say. Like, that's just that's just the type of person that you are. And once you show me that, it's clipped. My mind remembers it forever. Like, I can't let stuff go. Not that I can't let it go, but I can't let it go. Like, it's just in my mind forever. Like, I'm trying to see you as a different person, but once you show me yourself, that's it. So yeah, back on what I was just saying about I'd rather not say nothing. That's not good, only because you should give the person, like, room to grow, and you should give yourself room to forgive and stuff. And that's, like, one of the problems that I really have to work on, because it's like, if I don't say it right away, I'm really trying to let time heal me, or time heal with, like, what just happened. But instead of letting time heal it, you should, like, really communicate and do that. Like, that's actually healthy. But for me, this is something that I do, which is, I'm addressing, like, okay, that's toxic and I really need to stop doing it. But I might just keep doing stop doing it. Like, and if you struggle with that too, just like, you know, just learn from me and learn. Yeah, stop doing that. Okay, next. I said, oh, that ties into back what I just said. So I said, I think people should read my mind, and I shouldn't have to communicate how I feel, because I think you should just know that you did something, you just know it isn't right. Like, I just feel like I said to y'all, people, we don't have the same mind. I have to learn that, because for me, it feels like that's just common sense. Like, a lot of stuff that I think of, and I feel like a lot of things I've endured in my past, in these past 17 years of my life, I feel like it allowed me to mature quicker. Like, I really matured quicker, but we're not gonna go into that because that's just a whole ugh. But a lot of things, like, I really think about things, I feel like very differently from other people. And my toxic trait is, I feel like people should just know, but they don't. And it's like, oh my God, it's like, how don't you know? But it's like, you gotta realize you don't grow up the same. You don't have the same beliefs. You and people are not the same. So you just gotta, like, tell them what you expect and stuff like that. If you get what I'm saying. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. So next, I said, I'm a hypocrite. My toxic trait is I'm a hypocrite. I could give people advice that is good, gold. I know it's good, but I don't use it. Like I just told y'all, I would tell somebody, okay, forgive, forget. You have to forget because you really have to get over it. But me, oh, baby, I remember, hey, Pop Smoke said, baby, don't trip. I'm tripping every time. Like I said, I give advice that I do not use. So, like, I could tell somebody, say, oh, I want him, just tell him, like, just say that, like, you're being a punk, just say that. Or I could be like, if you're upset with this person, just go tell them. Me, oh, I'm gonna give you the death stare for your whole life, period. And it's like, that's something I gotta work on. Like, I'm laughing about it now, but it's really something that I have to work on, because you can't just be doing that your whole life. Like, but I'm holding myself accountable right in this video. So yeah. Next. Another one of my toxic traits and really bad habits is that I said I like to take on the hard stuff because I feel like I can handle it the best. So for example, I said, instead of somebody getting the bad thing, like, I'll just take it to make sure everybody's life is easier. And that's toxic for myself, like, if y'all get what I'm saying. So like the example I used, if Sally, Sue, Celie, and me, like, we at a restaurant or whatever, and there's like, no, not a restaurant, because I don't play with my food. Oh, I'm not getting a bad plate, just no. But say, let's say this, for example. Say, okay, there's a car, and there's only 4 seats in the car, and literally only 4 people could fit in the car, and there's 5 of us. I'm gonna just be like, you know what, like, to make everybody's life easy. Well, it depends, because say I'm original plan I was supposed to be in that car, or I'm best believe I'm getting in that car, or I'm going home. Like, it's none of that. But say, okay, we didn't really, like, think things through, and there's only 4 spaces in a car, and there's 5 of us. I'm like, you know what, okay, like, I'll just go in the next car, or I'll take an Uber or something. Actually, I'm not spending no money. I'm saying lies here, but I feel like if you got the same mindset as me, then you know what I'm saying. Like, I would just try to make everybody's life easier, and, like, not take on the bad thing. Like, it really depends, but I would just take on what everybody else don't want to make people's lives easier, because it's just like, let's just get over it. Like, come on now. Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. Hopefully y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, next. Oh, this is what I meant. I'm so but I meant, like, okay, so not to get into, like, my sad childhood or my bad life or whatever, but a lot of the things I've endured as a child, that, not as a child, because I'm kind of still a child, but I'm not a child, because, you know, when you hit 18, it's over. But anyways, a lot of things I've endured as a child, and this is probably, it's good and it's bad. So let me tell you the bad part. Because, like, a lot of the stuff that I've endured as a child, I thought, okay, maybe, like, let me just shut up about it, or let me just take on this hardship, because I feel like if the next person was to take it, probably they wouldn't be here to this day. Like, they wouldn't take it as easy as I took it. Like, not to say I took it easy, but I would handle it better than the next person. So it's like, thing, if I was to give you an example, I'd be like, oh my God, that happened to you. Anyways, basically, I feel like if something was to happen very tragic, I feel like it should happen to me instead of happening to somebody else. Say you give me the option, like, do you want this to happen to you, or do you want to happen to the other person? It really depends on the other person, but for the most part, like 90% of the time, I would say, okay, I'll just take on that hardship, because it's like, I know the type of person I am, that I will get over it, like, and I feel like I will get over it the best. That's basically what I was trying to say. So yes, my last toxic trait, that's bad habit, is ghosting. I feel like I learned this from my daddy, because my daddy is a ghoster. But yeah, I learned ghosting from my mom. I meant from my daddy. But as a person, I just feel like if you do something to me, like I said, it goes back into the other thing. If I feel like I like things to be healed with time, I will ghost you only because I feel like you should know what you did, and I should not have to explain to you. You're big enough at this big old age. I gotta explain what you did to me. You should, but I won't. And it's something I gotta work on. But like, I just feel like we never have to speak again. Like, if you do me dirty, you do me wrong, I feel like I just don't want to speak to you ever again. I don't have to. And that's bad, and it's toxic only because you should give people the space to grow once you confront them about their problems and say they don't want to change. That's not on you. You just know that you did your part. But as of right now, I'm a very good ghoster. Like, we don't ever have to speak again at all. Yeah. Okay, so I know I said ghosting is the last one, but actually I just thought of one where I really would tell myself this is really not a big deal, but it really is to me. And I tried to, is it called gaslighting? I gaslight myself into thinking I'm dragging it, or I'm really like exaggerating the problem for myself, because I'm like, you know what, you don't really care that much, but I really do care that much. And I be telling myself, like, you know what, just get over it. Like, you know what, just like don't think about it. And why this is bad is because most of my life, like, I'm glad quarantine kind of not came when it came, but I'm glad quarantine he taught me, like, it's okay to like sit with your emotions and like actually be actually feel your emotions. Because I feel like for me, most of the stuff that I dealt with, or like things like hardships, traumas, all that stuff that I've dealt with, I tried to do things to keep me busy instead of like actually dealing with them. And so quarantine helped me, like, okay, I'm in the house, I got nothing to do, I'm at home, I'm sad. Okay, wait, this actually really affects me. Oh my gosh, I'm actually really sad about this. This actually really hurts my feelings. And I was just forced to be in the house thinking instead of just like keep myself busy to not think about it. But yeah, like I was saying, why I need to work on that is because if something really bothers me, just say it. Like, just say it. And I know it's hard for me, so like if you're watching this and you struggle with that too, just say it. Like, just get it out there, because nobody's going to know how you feel unless you say that. And that is really hard for me. Like I'm telling y'all, that's really hard for me, but I'm telling y'all as an advice, and I'm going to try to take my advice too. But yeah, so yeah, like, being sad, it's okay to be sad. That's basically what I'm saying. But one of my toxic traits is I feel like, you know what, it's not that serious, let's just, sunshine, but it's okay to be sad. It's okay to have a problem with something and address it, and not think, okay, you're about to like spoil the party or something. It's okay to have a problem, and it's okay to say that. And if the people around you make you feel like your problems are invalid, or like they try to invalidate your problems, then you don't need to be around those people. But yeah, that's really the end of this video. Hope you guys like this video, and if you could relate to any of these toxic traits or like bad habits you have, you can comment down below. And if I missed any, well, not missed any, but if you have any that I did not mention, you can comment down below. And I only felt like this video was really cool to me, because it's okay to admit like stuff that you're bad at, and stuff that you need to work on and improve. And I feel like for me, as being a YouTuber, I just wanted to say it on camera to, like, I guess, watch it back and see what I can improve on, and see when I improved on it and stuff like that. Oh, also, we're not bad people. Like, we just have bad traits and stuff that we need to work on, and it's okay to acknowledge that. But yeah, bye guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications to be notified when I post another video. Can't you tell that I'm kind of happy? Yeah, but bye guys.